Namaskar. A warm welcome to World News, an Indian perspective on All India Radio. This is R.S. Raghu, bringing glimpses of major developments of the day from across the globe. The headlines. Terrorism is a curse which needs to be stamped out, says India's president. U.S. federal and state officials rebut claims of fraud, call November 3rd elections the most secure in American history. Ethiopian government replaces chief executive of Tigray region in a potential escalation of conflict in the region. New Delhi congratulates Aung San Suu Kyi and the National League for Democracy Party for their victory in Myanmar elections. WHO to open a global center for traditional medicine in India. The President of India, Mr. Nath, has said that terrorism is a virulent curse which needs to be stamped out. He was speaking in context of the recent spate of killings in Europe. The occasion was the virtual address at the valedictory ceremony of the 60th National Defence College. The President said that the state of the world today poses multiple challenges before every nation. The decision makers have to be guided by national interests as well as international objectives, both of which should be adaptive and multi-pronged. Mr. Kovind said, the policy of expansionism followed by a few nations demands a strategic and matured response globally.
The policy of expansionism followed by a few nations demands a strategic and matured response globally. The recent incidents of killings in European countries are reprehensible beyond words. It brings us to the point where we need to understand that terrorism in any form and manifestation needs to be stamped out through collective efforts of the international community.
India has congratulated Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi and the National League for Democracy Party for victory in the elections. In a tweet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the successful conduct of polls is another step in the ongoing democratic transition in Myanmar. He added that he looks forward to strengthen the traditional bonds of friendship between India and Myanmar. Chinese Foreign Ministry on Friday has said that it will strike back against any moves that undermine its core interests. The statement comes out of the stand taken by the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo that Taiwan has not been a part of China in a radio interview. The election officials of the USA on Thursday issued a statement refuting incumbent President Donald Trump's allegations of widespread electoral fraud. A joint statement from the authorities which coordinated the U.S. elections read, the November 3rd election was the most secure in American history. Right now, across the country, election officials are reviewing and double-checking the entire election process prior to finalizing the result. It added that there is no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. French Prime Minister Jean Castex paid tribute to the victims of the terrorist attacks in the capital Paris on November 13, 2015. The attack had left 130 people dead and hundreds wounded. The country is again on high alert, having witnessed the recent spate of terrorist attacks. Typhoon has thrashed Philippines with sustained winds of 150 km per hour in the wake of Typhoon Haiyan. According to NASA's Earth's Observatory, the typhoon has cut power to millions, caused more than 1 lakh evacuations and killed at least 6 people. This is All India Radio giving you the world news. The Ethiopian government has stepped up its clampdown of the rebellion in the Tigray region of the country. On Friday, the Ethiopian federal government announced the appointment of Dr. Mulu Niga Kahase as the chief executive of the Tigray regional state.
In the past few days, we have been able to accomplish the following 3 key milestones. This included the establishment of a provisional administration within the region, which I am pleased to share is being put in place as several towns come under control of the State of Emergency Task Force. Secondly, the heroic Ethiopian National Defense Forces foiled and repelled the plan of the TPLF clique from taking control some of the military bases and depots of the Northern Command. We have also been able to neutralize the heavy and long-range weaponry that the criminal elements within TPLF managed to acquire previously.
The military offensive mounted by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has killed hundreds and sent refugees rushing into Sudan. The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights on Friday expressed alarm at the situation, which it said may trigger mass displacement within Ethiopia and across borders. German spokesperson on Friday said that the Russian sanctions against Germany in the case of poisoned Alexei Navalny are unjustified. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had on Thursday said that Moscow would soon announce retaliatory measures it has taken against senior French and German officials. On the occasion of Ayurveda Day, the WHO chief Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus spoke about the significance of evidence-based traditional systems of medicines including Ayurveda in promoting universal health coverage. Dr. Ghebreyesus also announced an agreement for opening of a global center for traditional medicine in India.
In a WHO report last year, 170 countries reported the use of traditional and complementary medicine, including Ayurveda. Earlier this week, I had the great honor of speaking with His Excellency Prime Minister Modi. I welcome the Prime Minister's strong commitment to universal health coverage through the Ayushman Bharat initiative and the use of evidence-based traditional and complementary medicine. I'm pleased to announce that we have agreed to open a WHO Global Center on Traditional Medicine in India.
Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi on Friday said that India is increasing international cooperation on Ayurvedic research to fight COVID. In a tweet, the External Affairs Minister of India also stated that a common welfare and shared heritage brings the neighbourhood together, as reflected in the deep interest in Ayurveda. He expressed pleasures on a series of events organized by the Indian High Commissions and embassies in South Asia on Ayurveda Day. Dr. S. Jaishankar will be representing India at the 15th East Asia Summit to be held on Saturday, 14th of November. The Prime Minister of Vietnam will be chairing the virtual summit. 18 countries will take part in the event. The summit will discuss ways and means to strengthen the EAS platform and to make it more responsive to emerging challenges on its 15th anniversary. The East Asia Summit is a premier leaders-led forum for discussions on important strategic issues in the Indo-Pacific and a leading confidence-building mechanism in the region. Now let us take a look at the coronavirus update from around the world. According to WHO data, global coronavirus infections crossed 52.18 million on Friday. In India, the COVID-19 recovery rate is nearly 93%, with more than 49,000 COVID patients having recovered during the last 24 hours. India's Health Minister participated at the 8th BRICS Science, Technology and Innovation Ministerial meeting on Friday. Dr. Harshvardhan complimented the Russian Federation on being the chair of the 12th BRICS Summit. He spoke on the importance the platform holds in promoting science and technology for the greater well-being of people. He reaffirmed India's commitment to make the science, technology and innovation cooperation an integral part and key priority of the partnership under BRICS. Moving on to sports, in football, Argentina were held to a 1-1 draw by Paraguay in the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier on Thursday. In tennis, Jannik Sinner beats Adrian Manarino to enter the finals of the Sofia Open. India is celebrating the 151st birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Before we end, let us listen to his favorite bhajan Vaishnava Jan by artists from Norway. Vaishnava Jana And with that, we end this bulletin. See you at the same time tomorrow with the next edition of World News.